Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's MISys tips and tricks video. Sometimes you need to enter new data into your MISys system, and in cases where there is an abundance of data, it makes sense to enter that into Excel and be able to play around with your data in Excel and then import it into MISys. However, it requires that we are very careful about each required field that needs a value in it. One such example is the bill of materials. So if we go to our master files and go to our bill of materials, I will initially export that. And every time you go to your export menu, you will see here multiple, in many cases, expandable menus. If you export this as an XLS file, you will notice that each of these correspond to a separate tab, a separate sheet on your Excel file. In this case, what we want to cover is the bill of material detail one. And so I will only export that tab. So my file will come in as a single tab when I export it. And I am exporting it so we can take a look at the correct structure here. So these are the fields that we need to enter, but not always every field that is populated into an export is a mandatory field. In many cases, these are fields that MISys actually calculates itself automatically, and we might not need to enter any values in there. However, there are two fields in the bill of material detail that can easily skip our attention, and if we were to fail in entering the corresponding values in these fields, then our bill of material would be imported with erroneous data in it, and it would take us a lot longer later to fix that. And those two fields are the BOM entry and line number fields. In this example, we are looking at this FG 1001 here and FG 2001 here. And you'll notice that these are two finished good items. They all have their BOM revisions as revision 0. They have their type entered. They have their part IDs. These are the components that make up the BOM item. Their quantities, if there are any lead times, if there are any comments, again, comments and lead times would be optional based on how we're running our system. Comments are definitely optional unless this was a D-type comment. Operation code, if you're having routing steps, would be there. If you don't use the shop floor control, there would be no operation code. And again, source location is recommended but optional, and alternate items. However, these two numbers, BOM entry and line number, is something that we need to make sure to include when we are entering data into our Excel file. And the line number should set the order that we want to have our bill of material in. And this is the same order that our manufacturing order is going to be populated. So if you need to add your items into your production in a specific order, these line numbering becomes that much more important. And BOM entry doesn't have to be 1, 2, 3, as you will see from MISys sample company data right below on the I-40. Line numbers are 1 through 7, whereas the BOM entries are 1,000 through 7,000. So as long as line numbers are starting with 1 and going sequentially, BOM entries could be unique values that are sequential, but they don't have to start with 1. Make sure to include these two fields with data in them, the correct data in them, when you are preparing your Excel file for import for bill of material details. I hope this will help you use MISys more efficiently and effectively.